Did you ever hear a pitch for a book or a keynote or a consulting gig and just wonder, what is that actually about? This is because most people lead with context and credentials and a backstory. Your pitch is not a recap of your resume. It's how you present yourself and your book to the person so that you are the authority for this idea, this audience, this moment. No one's buying your explanation of why this book is needed in the world. They want to know, what change do they get by engaging with it? Here's the big problem. It's that we all think we're being clear. And spoiler alert, we're not. Most pitches for books and keynotes and media contributions, they're confusing. Kind of like Grey's Anatomy in like season 103, which I keep seeing clips for. I never watched Grey's Anatomy, so I have no idea what's going on. But every clip is freaking dramatic and emotional. 1,000 years of backstory and 17 subplots, and everybody has a nickname. McMuffin, McDreamy, I don't know, Mick Tall and Juicy. And you're still trying to figure out, isn't this just about being in a hospital? I don't understand the history. So they're not giving me the hook. When you lead with your history or with your credentials or with the backstory of why you wrote your book, you don't sound like an authority. You sound like a narrator. We meet Allison as she has become a publishing expert and using her marketing expertise. No, nobody wants to hear that. Your pitch isn't your background and how you got here. It's not how your book came to life. It's your power statement in disguise. We need to get to that. Here's why so many pitches fail. Most people pitch from inside their story instead of thinking about the listener's point of view or the point of view of the person who they're pitching to. If you're pitching to a journalist and you want to contribute to their article, you have to think like you are the journalist, not like, hey, I'm an expert and I know you want to feature me. That is not the journalist's job to feature you. Their job is to report the news, the trends, to provide perspective. Can you help them do that? Do you know something that might help them round out a story? Be a friend. That is how you nail a pitch. It's also how you nail a book description. It's also what an agent and a publisher is reading for. You should know in one line why you are the person to give them the end positive result of what they're looking for. You need a power statement that's about you. Your power statement is the tippity top of your bio. It's the part you write last. It's like the frosting on the cupcake. You can't frost a cupcake until the cupcake's finished. And we need for that frosting to be what draws us to you. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't know really how to do that, don't worry about it. I do. In fact, I write so many bios and I keep all of my bios in one document. And I share this so many times. I created a template that you can grab. It's free. Go grab it. It's my essential bio toolkit. It's at lanelit.com/package. Just grab it. I did a video training. You can watch it. It's 3 minutes. It will help you. There's a pattern. Authors tend to summarize and speakers describe what they'll talk about instead of what the audience will walk away with. People who want to contribute to media lead with credentials instead of, here are the takeaways that I can give you. It's like they're trying to like moonwalk into the story by saying, well, of course you want to feature me because I'm this super badass expert. It's not their job to translate how your expertise fits into helping them offer value to their reader. And that's where people miss out on establishing their authority and claiming the credibility that they already have. But if I'm the journalist, it is not my job to translate your 40-year career into how you're going to contribute to my article. So if your pitch sounds pretty, but it doesn't land with a purpose, you've already lost. That's a shame because you're pitching the people who could open doors for you. And they probably want to. Your authority is not decoration. It's built by having a direction that you have to own. So many people miss the mark, not because we're bad at what we do, but we're too close to it. This is like an emotional gap. We assume our passion and our fervent belief in our mission is reason to give us an opportunity. But it doesn't translate. Your fervent belief in your book or your message is not a business plan. It is not as influential and persuasive as you would want it to be. So think of Grey's Anatomy again, which is just on my mind because I see these reels all the time. And I'm like, who are these people? And then there's somebody new, but there are a lot of blonde, tall women. Anyway, you drop into season 103 and there's a plane crash. It looks like a scene from Lost, which I also did not watch. I thought this was a show about a hospital, kind of like ER. If you're a new viewer like me, you're just watching people crying in wearing scrubs. When you pitch from the middle of your story, your listener can't figure out why it matters. If you pitch from the middle of your message, your intended audience, and sometimes that's a gatekeeper, like an event planner, can't figure out how does this link to what conference attendees will be expecting. You have to show that moment of change and the shift that proves how transformation happens. That's what builds trust, and that's what builds your authority. A great pitch does 5 things really fast. Names a problem, promises a result, offers proof, shows personality, and makes the positioning clear. That's how you go from interesting to freaking essential. Authority is not in your job title. Nobody wants to know that you're the SVP of whatever or the CFO. They don't know how much work that was to climb that ladder. But now that you're at the top of the ladder, a ton of other people are at the top of their ladders too. It is up to you to simply say what you stand for, what you offer, and why it matters. So before you pitch yourself again, before you pitch your book again, before you submit to be a speaker at a conference, ask yourself, what is the promise here? Not the plot of your book and not the 5-step method of your process, but what's the promise? If you can't say it in one clean line, you're not ready. Your book pitch isn't ready. It'll be confusing. Your talk isn't ready because those are read and they're scanned. Just like most book pitches are submitted through email, so they are skimmed fast. Your consulting offer won't make any sense. Complicated doesn't sell. Clarity sells. And that's not just about fewer words, it's about the right words. Your big bag of accomplishments, they don't translate to what you do now, the good that you create in the world. You're not selling what you've done, you're selling what happens when you do it. When someone reads your book, what happens for them? You've got 10 seconds to make them care and make them count. You can definitely do this. I cannot wait to find out how you transform your pitch into something captivating and a must-have. That's what your reader wants. That's what an agent and a publisher want. That's what the conference organizer wants. That's what a journalist wants. They want you to do the literary limbo and give them very clearly why your message, your book, your talk, your consulting package is going to help them achieve their goal. Once again, this just points back to you are the CEO of your marketing. You are in charge. And if you need help doing this, I'm here.